In this training, I'm going to be delivering to you basically how to stay lean all year round by following some simple lean lifestyle principles. So there's so much more to actually just achieving your dream body, whether that be to lose body fat, build muscle, improve your performance in your sport, or even when it comes to just creating an overall healthier lifestyle. So I'm going to walk through some of the factors that you should be focusing on alongside your training and nutrition. Or maybe you just need to focus on nailing some other lifestyle factors before you even start looking at the training and nutrition side of things. So the first principle, an active lifestyle makes a calorie deficit so much easier when actually trying to stay lean, especially if you are in a gaining phase. When most people think about losing body fat, they automatically think about the gym, their training sessions, and how hard they actually need to work, which is important, of course. But our actual daily step count can be one of the best ways to help increase our overall energy expenditure, and is often a much easier way of increasing it as well. We don't actually burn that many calories when we're actually training. If we're lucky, in an hour, it could be 300 to 400. But if we focus on adding more steps and being more active throughout the day, this will help us a lot more when it comes to being able to lose weight or maintain an actual lean physique. Not to mention, with our step count, you can multitask, you can take phone calls while walking, you can do some admin work maybe while you're getting your steps in. You can, take small breaks as well throughout the day to actually increase your daily step count. You could go for a 10 to 20-minute walk before work to get some sunlight straight away, or you could do it during your lunch break, which is always a good idea. And it will also have the benefit of aiding with food digestion. You could park further away from the shop. You could take a walk around the office even to get some coffee, or go and talk to one of your colleagues. You can walk around the kitchen while the kettle is boiling. All these simple little things will help add up your overall step count, creating a better energy expenditure for you. Even walking down the aisle in all of the aisles, we'll say, in the shops, even if you don't need something from that aisle, just going down each aisle, getting more steps in, all of this helps massively when you're trying to rack up your steps. Principle number 2 is around sleep. So poor quality sleep will make it much harder for you to actually lose fat or build muscle. So if you're not in a good sleeping routine, a good sleeping environment, overall sleep quality isn't going to be great, and you'll make fat loss harder for yourself. And your body will obviously take longer to recover as well from training sessions. As poor quality sleep will obviously increase cravings, it can increase hunger levels, and it can even make it hard for you to see visual progress as your body may hold on to more water, masking your actual fat loss efforts. So to ensure you're making the most amount of progress, make sure you're sleeping between 7 to 9 hours per night, depending on your activity levels. Your sleeping environment should be set up to ensure that you get a good quality night's sleep, and you should keep a consistent sleeping and wake time. So many things that are happening within your body while you're sleeping are obviously the recovery side of things, but one of them is that when you're sleeping, your body is literally in repair and recover mode. The cells in your body are being repaired, and if you aren't getting enough good quality sleeping, your muscles may not recover adequately, and you could feel much sore for longer after your sessions. You mightn't recover properly, and you're leaving a lot of gains on the table by doing this as well, because we grow when we sleep. The same can be said for fat loss, as when we sleep less, our hunger hormones leptin and ghrelin give us much more of a difficult time. They're more active, they're trying to tell us that we're hungry even when we're not, to make up for the lack of sleep, which of course then can lead to excess weight gain. Principle number 3 is hydration. Now, as we all know, we all need water to survive. It's one of the simplest things to get right before focusing on your calories and your protein and how many workouts you need to get done every week. Our bodies cannot function properly without it. Water also helps aid digestion, it regulates your body temperature, it helps your brain function so that you can actually think clearly and actually make better decisions throughout the day. Water will also contribute to the uptake of nutrients And it does so many other important things that our body can literally be optimized and function properly. And aside from the basic needs of water, it also helps makes us feel fuller for longer. And sometimes we can often mistake hunger for just thirst. When really, if you're sipping on your water throughout the day, you won't feel as many cravings kick in. And a lot of the time, as I said, the cravings are just a mistaken thirst for hunger. And this is also a great tool if your goal is to lose fat, as water helps keep you feeling fuller for longer, and it helps curb some of those hunger hormones that I've been speaking about. Lastly, water helps us with that midday slump that a lot of us suffer with. We all get it from time to time. It's only 12 in the afternoon or 2 o'clock after your lunch break, and you already are starting to feel the effects of being maybe tired. You could probably go for a quick nap. And this could just be your body's way of telling you that it needs more water. But sometimes we mistake it for tiredness, and we look for something maybe sweet or sugary to give us that pick-me-up. And then an hour later, after we have that, we get that sugar crash. And we then begin to feel fatigued once again. So next time, instead of reaching for a sugary snack, just drink some more water and see how you feel then. Principle number 4 is stress. So stress obviously makes fat loss harder as well for us. Dieting in itself is a stressor. If there's a lot of stress in your life, dieting on top of this can make things very, very tricky. So your overall lifestyle load could be high through things like work, financial reasons, emotional reasons, even social, or the physical kind of overtraining that you may be doing. And if you're undernourishing, especially, it can be a big issue. Also, you have spiritual and cultural aspects that can also affect the overall stresses that you're dealing with in your day-to-day life. There could be a wide array of things actually stressing you out. So to be successful on a diet, it's important that you have stress management strategies in place in order to manage it. When one person is highly stressed consistently, this can slow down your metabolism. It can increase your hunger hormones like ghrelin and leptin, as we've mentioned previously, which again can lead to you having more cravings and reaching for foods even when you don't feel like you actually need it. You're mistaking it again for maybe thirst, or because stress levels are so high, you're actually just eating to comfort yourself. And the food you reach for necessarily isn't going to be the healthiest more often than not. Stress affects things like sleep quality as well. So you can see how it's all kind of tied in together. It drains your energy. It makes it hard to put attention towards your goals. And there may be times during your journey that you may need to pull back for short periods of time so that you can actually speed up your progress once again. Principle number 5 is no one makes great decisions when they're low on energy. And we've probably experienced this in the past. It's important for you to manage your energy effectively so that you can make high quality decisions and channel your energy towards your training and diet to make the most amount of progress. This will require you to eat for energy. So set up your routines for high energy, make decisions on things that drain your energy as well. And for you really just to set boundaries for your own energy so you don't overcommit yourself to too many things. So the food you eat really does make a difference in how you feel and how you think. If you eat shit food, you think shit. You think clearly. If you want to think clearly, you need to be putting good quality nutrition into your body. If you're eating poor quality, your concentration levels and your decision making is not going to be as good as it could be. So poor nutrition choices can give you things like sugar rushes, and then after that comes the sugar crash, of course. So if you're only halfway through your day's work when you get a sugar crash, then it's going to feel like a long rest of the afternoon for you. So you won't feel like probably going to the gym then after work or doing much else after that, for that matter. So setting boundaries, what would that look like? It could be something like no phone or TV after 9 or 10 p.m. So you can actually unwind and get ready for bed. Even if you are having to do some screen time, put on some maybe blue light blocking glasses. That will help massively with reducing those effects of that blue light on your eyes, which can affect sleep, of course. So Another way would be like not to be a yes man or a yes woman. So saying yes to everything because you don't want the other person or other people to feel bad, or you feel like maybe you're letting them down. You know, it's powerful to be able to say no to things. And if someone asks you to help them in work, but maybe you can't even get through your own work, you know, you're up the walls, learn to be able to say no, you know, and it will help you massively as well. If you agree to doing too many plans at the weekends, you won't feel refreshed, relaxed, and ready to take on another week's work in the following week ahead, you know. So you don't want to burn yourself out too much. You need to be able to put yourself first and only agree to things that you actually want to do. These boundaries, of course, will help you gain more energy, you'll have more time, and you'll actually be happier in yourself because you won't be spreading yourself too thin trying to please everyone. And lastly, the final principle, just some other situations to consider. So fat loss and muscle building or improving your performance, whatever your goals are, isn't always black and white. There will be other situations that you will need to manipulate your diet around and maybe your circumstances, whether that's your menstrual cycle, maybe it's being menopause or on medication, or it could be having diabetes or whatever other condition that may be going on in your life, okay? It's important to fully understand your situation and have a tailored approach for you and not to expect to follow other dietary protocols that others may follow because everybody is different. If you follow someone else's diet, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. Every person is built different. So someone who doesn't drink might also like achieve their goals much faster than someone who likes to go every weekend or every second weekend. Someone with kids and a job will have a completely different lifestyle from a college student with very few responsibilities. Everyone's situation is different, and this is why all my programs are different for each person. I create the program to suit the person, their goals, and their lifestyle. And I never expect someone to change their lifestyle to suit my program. It's unrealistic, unattainable, and unsustainable. So, to be sure that we look at all these factors when striving to achieve your health and fitness goals or your physique goals, and just trying to create that overall healthy lifestyle, because there's a lot more to it than just the training and nutrition side of things. And if you don't hydrate properly, you're going to feel fatigued and lack energy, and you know, motivation won't even be there. You probably won't even try. And if you don't get quality sleep, then your body isn't going to recover properly, which could obviously be holding you back in the gym from progressing and trying to build more muscle or burn more body fat. And if you're constantly stressed out and you're constantly putting your body under more stress, or you're eating poverty calories, then you will be frustrated as to why you're not building muscle or losing body fat. I could go on all day about this, all these different types of topics in greater detail, but you get the picture on what I'm saying. All these lifestyle factors tie in together and have a knock-on effect that will obviously contribute to or hinder your success in achieving your goals.